Adam and I went to college together at IU in Bloomington.
We quickly became friends.
After graduating, had moved back to Indianapolis.
We stayed in touch after leaving Bloomington.
We kind of joke it was like these front porch conversations, discussions about creating some sort of event of our own.
We had not lived in Indianapolis since we were in our early teens.
We had gone out to some, different art events and things like that in the city.
While there was a lot of great things going on,
but there was something really missing.
Maybe there was room for something a little bit different.
And particularly for like a younger-minded generation or maybe more edgy cultural enthusiasts.
We started to kind of kick around the idea of throwing an art party at my house.
Some of the people in the scene that we knew really that were like, yeah, I think that sounds great.
We met a man who owned a building.
We started getting a lot of support.
He said, well, I've got this great vacant warehouse building, the corner of Madison and Orange Street.
And that's when the light kind of went off.
You guys should throw your party at my building.
I said, why don't we name it Oranje, just the Dutch spelling of the word orange, a single word, and basically have a brand and have an identity for it.
We thought if we could get 200 people to show up, that would be great. And we had over 650 people show up.
This was unique. People loved it.
We just grew the event in size and scope.
It was never supposed to be this, multi-year venture.
More artists, more musicians on more stages.
We went with it.
And it just became an all-out sensory experience to the people of Indianapolis.
We used to do warehouse raves in the late 90s, so they came up with the concept to kind of bring back the energy of the old rave days, but put an art spin on it.
We went from kind of like a 600-person event in 2002 to a 3,500-person event in 2018.
When I describe Oranje, I say it's a mix of art and music in a cool space and a party on steroids.
Crazy party, art everywhere, the Bastion of Coolness.
To me, Oranje is this like anti-stuffy art show, this blending of music and art and culture.
This is the essence of what culture is. You have this many different arts and talent, musics, and everything colliding. It creates a whole new vibe, culture.
When you look around at this event, you see all different types of people, and not just like the people you would think normally would come to art and music things.
It's a freedom place. It's a place to be who you want to be.
You would never find a more eclectic mix of people partying in a warehouse together on a Saturday night.
Where are these people normally? Are these people always in Indy? Are we missing them? I mean, are we in the same place? I had no idea that this was the town I grew up in.
It means the hip-hop community can be exposed to the EDM community and the rock community and the jazz community and the art community.
It was one of the only events that was bringing all of that together in Indianapolis.
But the thing about 2018, one building that we always wanted to do it in, and that was the Coca-Cola building on Mass Ave.
For what Oranje has meant to people as far as driving this arts and culture, to do it in a building that is also a driver of that in Indianapolis, I just think it's the perfect mix.
I basically went to them and said, let me tell you about why Oranje is such a special experience for people in Indianapolis and why it would be just like an absolute epic night if we could do it here. And they said, yeah, let's do it.
Met some of my closest friends actually through Oranje. And we met through Oranje.
We met through Oranje. It was like all seeming so perfect. Somebody jokingly suggested that we get married there.
Our graphic designer.
And I just basically said, all right, this is going to be very non-traditional, and kind of looked at each other like, all right, let's do this, and get up and make this speech. So I'll just never forget when I said we're going to get married, and just like this wave of screams that came from the crowd. And
I pronounce you husband and wife.
And just looking out and seeing like all my friends like crying and happy and hugging each other, and like I don't think I'll ever be able to pull off anything like that ever again in my life.
It's funny because you look at the artwork and you start having a couple of drinks throughout the night, and then all of a sudden you wake up the next morning and you have a whole new collection.
It feels like a much bigger city.
I think every artist in the city knows about it and has either participated or wants to participate.
Stuff like this makes it possible for artists to stay in their home and for us to create Indy as a major city.
There were artists who came to Oranje and sold $5,000 or $10,000 worth of work in one night, and that's great, and we wanted that. But what really made me so excited was what it inspired them to do as an artist, what it kind of did for individual artists and for the creative community in general. I think that's probably the one thing that I kept coming back to that I was really, really proud of.
It's been a really important catalyst for the city to grow.
The show takes a massive amount of work.
The amount of different things that they pull together for one of these events is unlike anything else.
I'm sad that the show probably will not continue into the future. So
I went through a really hard time kind of letting go of Oranje. I sincerely hope that experience and that brand can somehow survive.
It's sad. I hope that the energy that happens throughout this event energizes either something else to spawn off of it or for them to say, hey, maybe this is worth giving another shot.
I would hate to see Oranje be finished. The name is there, the reputation is there, the brand is there.
Hopefully it's like the Eagles and they just keep touring after they say they'll stop.
Yeah, I've heard it's the last. We'll see.
I've already bought the licensing for Oranje, and I'm gonna just do it next year, so don't worry about it, guys.
Copyright that, man. You franchise it.
I will forever be grateful for the countless people who helped make this possible. I can't thank them enough. This is one of the best experiences of my life.